Now that we can successfully parse an arithmetic expression into an abstract syntax tree, the next step is being able to evaluate it to get the result of the calculation. To do that, we have to worry about two cases. The base and simple case is a leaf node, which is a number always. So if we have the number 4 and we want to evaluate the number 4, the value of that expression is 4. The other case is what we do when we have an operator. So if we have an expression like 4 plus 2 times 2, to evaluate this addition, first we have to evaluate both of its child subtrees. The value of the child subtree on the left is, we have a number, so we can evaluate that to itself, which is 4. And then the value of the child subtree on the right requires that we evaluate this multiplication. So first we have to evaluate its child subtree on the left, which is 2, and on the right, which is 2. And then we can multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4. And now we have both children of the addition tree. And so we can apply the operator plus to 4 and 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So that's how we evaluate arithmetic expressions. That's all of the cases. And for arithmetic expressions, all we need to do is get the numeric value of the expression. Arithmetic expressions as a language don't have side effects, so we don't have to worry about things like what happens to memory when we evaluate these expressions. We can't be incrementing any variables. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Haskell code that actually implements this. So here's the simplecalc.hs source file. It brings in a library routine to read lines from the user. It brings in the parser that we looked at before, and it has a function in it called eval. Eval is a function with 6 cases. The first case is that a number evaluates to itself. Then it has 5 more cases, one for each one of these operators. To evaluate an operator, first you have to evaluate the left subtree, then you have to evaluate the right subtree, then you have to apply the operator, and you get the value. And that's the whole evaluation function. Let's go ahead and look at the supporting code which calls this. So down here we have the main function for this program, and what it does is it calls this function called readLoop, passes it a prompt, and passes it a function to call on each line that's read from the user. readLoop calls this readLine library function that we imported before, which displays a prompt and then reads back one line from the user. And that gives us a maybe string. So the maybe string is either just a line or nothing. If it's nothing, that means we've hit end of file. The user is all done, so we can return and finish the program. If we do get a line of input from the user, we call the function evalPrint on that line, and then we call readLoop again to get the next line and start over. This will keep looping until we hit this nothing case, because the user has typed in Control-D for EOF. So the function it calls on each line that the user inputs is this evalPrint function, which takes the line from the user, parses it, evaluates the expression, abstract syntax tree that we got back from parsing, and then prints the result. And that is the whole simplecalc program. Now you are all set to write an interpreter for pretty much anything.